Hi and welcome. I am Katarina and this is my channel, your place for card making, creative inspiration and a little extra sparkle in every project. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Let's jump into today's project. Hi everyone! So very recently I shared that I picked to be a guest designer for Paper Rush Studio for February 2026, and I did say that I'm gonna come back and show you what I'm making with all these lovely goodies that I've received. So just wanted to very quickly come and show you the cutter parts that I did talk about in that video, which I will leave a link to at the very end of this one. There's 3 sheets of each of 6. And I've only cut out 1 of each in here, so only 6 sheets. Look at the amount of ephemera that I have in here. Oh my goodness, so I have twice as much still in these paper pads. This is amazing, and guys, I gotta say, they are so gorgeous. They really are. So if you like fairy theme and whimsical, I definitely would urge you to check these out because they're absolutely stunning. So I have still so much to go, and this is more than enough for 1 or 2 or 3 cards even for me. So I am buzzing. So these were the cutter parts, and I will also be using, I won't be using this paper pad today, but I'm going to use this one for my make. If you would like to see in more depth what else I received, just refer back to that video that I already talked about, and also have the die cuts in here from which I will be picking a sentiment. I have already popped out all the die cuts in there to keep them just in one place. So what we are going to make today is like a Bendy fun fold card. So I'm starting with an 8 by 6.5 of an inch of a white heavyweight card, and I'm going to score down this at 1 inches, 2, 6 and 7, and then I like to do this on both sides. I've already scored down on this side, so I'm going to fold in on one of these lines, out in the next one, again in and out, so I get this kind of a shape. And I've repeated this twice, so I have 1 more of this already prepared with a slight difference that I've already cut an oval aperture into this one. So this will be glued together like so, and I will have a little bendy element on along the bottom in there. So this is how your fun fold card will work. Now, I've already prepared some mats and layers first of all, so this one will be at the back, which we will see. For now, I think I'm only going to use holographic card in here, but I might come back and change that. I don't know yet. So I'm going to glue this line onto the back. If I decide to add some pattern paper on top of that, I will be able just to slide it in. And then to decorate this one, oh, by the way, I don't think I gave you the measurements. So this one measures 3 3/4 by 6 1/4 of an inches. And guys, the reason why I went with the 6.5 inch for the height, because once I drop down for the mat 1/4 of an inch to 6 1/4, then with the next layer I'm left with 6 inches, and my paper pads are 6 by 6 inches, so I thought that was just a good way of using it without cutting any excess away from those gorgeous papers. So I have the same one in here with the oval aperture in the middle. Well, not so much in the middle, a bit towards the top, and I have already die cut that same into this matte and layer. So the holographic is the same as I given you before, 3 3/4 by 6 1/4, and then this lovely pattern paper from the paper pad measures 3 1/2 by 6 inches, the full length of the paper. So this one will be layered up in there. And then I also have a frame which I've die cut from that same holographic silver card to go around that opening in there. So I'm just going to glue this down quickly. And then I have 4 pieces of mats and layers which I've already prepared to go into these 4 sections in here with the holographic card measuring 3/4 of an inch by 6 1/4, and then the pattern paper measuring 1/2 an inch by 6 inches onto all 4 of these. And I'm just going to very quickly glue these down as well. So now this pretty much so far reminds me of the card that we've made for this month's Fanciful Craft Challenge, except the front panel in here we had strip along the top and strip along the bottom, so it wasn't a full panel on the front in here. It was called the Open Bay Window card, and it folded line like this in an envelope. However, this one will be folding out because I will be adding a strip along the bottom for something extra, and that strip is going to be a piece of acetate. So mine measures 1.5 inch by 9 1/8 of an inch, and it is 9 1/8 of an inch because I'm going to wrap these around these panels in here, along the sides, along the bottom even, and I want it to be able to flatten down fully. If I'd left it just 9 inches and scored at 1/2 an inch on each end, which I've done, 1/2 an inch there, 1/2 an inch there, then it would have been just too tight against the card. I may need to cut away some from the cardstock, but I thought it was just an easy way to do it by leaving my strip 1/8 of an inch longer. So I'm going to adhere these behind these panels in here, and to do that I'm just going to use my red liner tape. Just added a bit of a tape in here. I'm going to peel the back in, and I'm going to make sure that this is lined along the bottom at a nice straight line before pressing down on this to stick it down like so. And the same on the other side. I'm going to peel this back and to fold this out and make sure that it is nice and stuck, just like so. And now once I add this in here, you can see why I won't be able to fold this back, because then it will stick out like that. There you would need a very deep box to put this into. This will fit into an 8 by 6.5 inch custom made envelope. Okay, so let's stick these down. So I'm going to cover where the acetate is with red liner tape, because I feel that's just the safest way to stick the acetate down. And then for the rest I will be using my liquid glue. Okay, so the next thing I've done, I've cut piece of holographic card. I've added red liner tape to the back, so this is just a little bit wider than 1/4 of an inch, and it is 8 inches long, and this will be going along the bottom of this acetate strip. I think it just adds a little bit of an extra. I do love this holographic card. I use it all the time. So I'm going to peel back the backing of this tape again, and I'm going to try to add it to my acetate only. It's quite hard to see. There we go. I think we are okay now. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to burnish this down a bit just to make sure the tape sticks to the. And here we are. And just look at this, guys. It looks so cool. Can't wait to see this all decorated. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in all the gorgeous stuff that I've cut from the ephemera, and I also am going to pick a sentiment from the die cuts. So let's see, what have we got in here. And guys, these die cuts are absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can pick up, but this card is a 300 GSM. It's very good quality. It's like a shiny surface anyway, but then there's that coating to add some details to it. Can you see? It almost looks like clear heat embossing or like glossy accents in there. Absolutely stunning, these die cuts are. So I'm looking for a sentiment feel better soon. Congrats. There's a lot of these sizes in here, and then there's some of these larger ones. Let's see what we are going to do in here. Pick out my elements first. I really love this fairy, so I'm thinking if I see a bit better where I'm going, because some of the elements I will be actually adding to the acetate, and others I will be adding onto the card in there. So I will be having all my decorations on different levels, and also I can add some of my elements on foam pads before I pop them in there. So there's a lot of ways that you can decorate these. I really love this fairy in here, that I really think she's gonna be going in there. We'll be decorating behind her. We'll be adding some of my butterflies in there. Might even add some in the background in there. I do have some lovely dragonflies in here too. It's so hard to pick because there's so many gorgeous, really beautiful ephemera included in this one, guys. These are stunning. So here we go, the cards assembled. Now you can see much better those gorgeous colors. And I've added the glitter, the crystalline glitter. You can see how sparkly all those elements. I didn't overdo it, but I did want it to catch the eye. And I've added some dragonflies at the back as well there, as well as the sentiments on foam pads. So there's a lot of dimension going on in here. The mushrooms are glued straight onto the card base, but then the floral arrangement is popped on foam pads. So you can see how I've added all these elements on different levels. The fairy butterfly and the dragonfly in there are stuck onto that curved acetate, and it creates such a lovely dimension. I will attach some photos too at the end of this one. So I really hope you like this card, and I really hope you like this tutorial. I will leave a link to Paper Roses Studios post on Facebook in the description box below. They also created an instruction sheet that you can download of the step-by-step tutorials in here. But if you do have any further questions, please do not hesitate to ask in the comment section below. I am so happy I got to make this card. I can tell you that I have at least 3 more tutorials coming up using this collection. So please stay tuned to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. I will be back very soon with my next one. I will leave you with some still images now of this card, and see you back soon. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss my next video, and in the meantime feel free to click on these rectangles for more creative inspiration. Until the next time, see you soon. Bye!